I have a real treat for you folks. I present the Ruined Generations!
In 2016, childhood friends Benjamin Berkhout and Noah, just Noah, formed a rock duo they dubbed the Ruined Generations. They performed at open local mic nights.
I went down to St. James Infirmary to see my baby there. She was lying on a long white table, so sweet, so cold, so fair.
And even competed in and won a local battle of the bands.
Local boys, one from Haverhill Corner and one from right here in Woodsville. The name of their band is The Ruined Generation. That's awesome.
I never would have done this back home.
They were, of course, the sole competitors.
I got those St. James Infirmary blues.
It was at this band battle they were given some integral advice.
You boys are pretty freaking good, but what you could really use is one of them bass players.
Entirely disregarding this advice, the band would record and release their debut EP, Clonidine, in the summer of 2018.
Before me, my mind could not comprehend. 3 balls for £5, 7 for 10. It's not easy for those carnival men. If you live life gunning children and smoking cigars, well, money talks won't get you very far.
I think me, Ben, and Isiah recording the Little Chicken music video at the Armory and playing a bunch of random old blues songs for a bunch of old, like, 60-year-old people. That's number 2. But number 1, I think when every kid, every teenage boy at least, dreams of being a rock star, they dream of, like, all, like, the money and the fame and all the girls. And one day, we were playing a show at the loading dock, and we were just doing our normal set, and a bunch of girls that we went to school with ended up buying condoms with our band logo, and ended up throwing like hundreds of condoms with our band logo on stage, and it was one of the most like rock star moments, you know what I mean? It was crazy. Then after, we took a whole bunch of pictures, and I remember me and Ben shared fried shrimp from 99 that night, and we were talking about how crazy that was. Probably the best TRG moment I can think of.
In the winter of 2018, the band would finally heed that strange man's advice and put out for auditions for a bass player. The first and only response they got was from the Academy's own Jonah Plazek.
Yeah, bitch.
Who auditioned out of humility despite being immediately guaranteed a spot in the band. The band would, at this time, tour around and try out songs new and old with an updated and upgraded sound.
They are the Ruined Generation. I think you guys have some fans.
How's everybody doing tonight? We've got Mr. Noah on the drums, Mr. Jonah Plazek on the bass. My name is Benjamin Berkhout. We are the Ruined Generation, and we're happy to be playing with you tonight. Never gonna think of something else, so you might as well fill your head.
My favorite experience being a part of TRG would have to be the first concert that I performed at. It was at a place called the Loading Dock in Littleton, New Hampshire, and while it wasn't the first time that Ben and Noah had performed together as TRG, it was my first time performing with them as the bassist, and I was really nervous but really excited. We got there and we started doing sound check, set everything up, and then for whatever reason, probably because I was nervous, after sound check was complete, I turned the volume down on my bass so people couldn't hear me as much. So I was pretty quiet during the show, but we played songs that we had practiced a lot, so I nailed all my parts and I felt super happy about that. I looked like a dork though, because I had my bass way up by my chest when I was playing, and learned to lower that over the years, but at the time it was what I was comfortable with. And the most awkward part was when Ben and Noah had a song that they wanted to perform that I didn't learn. So instead of getting off the stage, I took a couple steps to the left and just kind of stood there the whole time they were performing. That was pretty awkward, but I have to say the overall experience was very good. We were opening for a band from New York, and because I was a rookie, I didn't know etiquette for that stuff. I ended up bouncing as soon as we were done. I had the adrenaline rush of performing for the first time coursing through my veins, and I wasn't thinking, so looking back on that, I feel pretty bad about it, but I think they'd understand. Overall, that was a good memory.
In the summer of 2019, the band would record and release their debut album, Artificially Flavored.
Oh, you say our generation's through, and you say you don't know how, but if you take a look back, let down the constant attack, you'll be shot up by every generation now. He's got an air about him, a groove in his step. He walks with a swagger
One of my favorite experiences with the Ruined Generations would have to be this couple of nights during the process of recording Artificially Flavored. Generally for that album, I was traveling up to Jonah's house about an hour away to record bass parts. I was meeting Noah at his parents' church to record drum parts, and then I would fuck around and record my parts wherever and whenever I got the chance to. Rarely were we all together recording at the same time. If we were all meeting, we would usually reserve that for band practice. But one night we decided, let's all hunker down, let's record some songs. So we met at Noah's house and we jammed out for a bit, said let's call it a night, we'll see what the morning brings. And we went upstairs and played Dark Souls, I believe, into the wee hours of the night. And the next morning rolls around, we get breakfast, and then we knocked out Noah's Feel Good Jam and The Best Way to Get Over Someone. And what made it feel special is that usually it was just one of us writing a song, sending it to the other guys, and then we'd each kind of write our own parts individually and piece them together when we saw each other. But for those two songs, we wrote the entirety of them together and figured it out as we went and recorded them all in one day. And that was a good memory for me.
After this, the band's final appearance would be at Littleton's NCCR radio station, before they mysteriously fell radio silent, as it were.
We are currently driving in a thunderstorm. Good, because they have a studio deal, but they're probably not going to get to keep it very long.
A studio deal?
It is a studio deal. Oh, it's cleared up.
Oh, yes!
Yay, they're going to live to read.
Yeah!
The last known recording of any of the band members is a voicemail recording left for Plazek's parents.
Hey, Mom and Dad. I'm here with the band, and we just met these little green alien guys. They said they needed some help to spread the power of rock and roll across the 7 galaxies in order to destroy the evil Galactic Federation. It sounds like a pretty cool adventure. Anyways, I wanted to let you know because I'll probably be a little bit late for dinner tonight. Can you make sure there's some leftover lasagna in the fridge for me when I get back? Okay, love you. Bye.
And so we must assume the band is still up there somewhere, spreading the power of rock and roll across the cosmos for all eternity.
A shot rang out before the break of dawn. Life seemed more simple 13 weeks ago. Students walk from classes like before, but now they're more unsure what they're worth anymore. She made the 5th side of the newspaper, the 2nd in a week to make the page. She wasn't old enough to drive, and though it seems unfair, the school's hard pressed to care. What's your game, kid? Stop fooling around. I won't be here forever. The end of this is near. Sugar, what's your game, kid? Please quit fooling around.
Say your final words to me.